Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to get this look. It's kind of an everyday, kind of more simple look. It's not too complicated. It takes me about 20 minutes. So if you'd like to see how to get this look, then keep watching. So to start off, I am using a Rimmel London Lasting Finish Primer. And this claims that it increases the foundation wear for up to 8 hours. And it definitely does help. It kind of goes on like a sunscreen, but once it blends in, it's nice and smooth and is a great base for your foundation. Next up, I am using NYX Dark Circle Concealer in the shade DCC01 Fair. And I use this kind of before I do my foundation just to kind of help cover up acne and dark circles before I do the foundation, so it kind of has multiple levels of coverage, if that makes sense. Next, I am doing my foundation, which is the Maybelline Fit Me in the Dewy and Smooth. I do have a little bit more dry skin, and so this is a great foundation to kind of go on smooth and not dry me out even more. And I am applying this with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and make sure it's damp. You can either run it under the water first, or you can spritz it with a spray bottle. But always make sure it's damp, because that's really going to help your foundation go on really smooth, and especially if you have dry skin, I definitely recommend it. Next up, we have the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer in the shade Fair. And this is my favorite concealer to use for under my eyes. It really does camouflage the best it can. I do have pretty dark circles, so this is my best friend. And then I'll also use any excess I have on my finger on more of my acne. This is my Age Rewind eraser for dark circles, and it's a great sponge applicator. This helps cover up the remainder of my acne that still hasn't been covered by foundation, and I really do like this. Clearly I have a trend of using Maybelline, but they just really do have great products and they are affordable. Next up, we have NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana. This is great to just lightly set that foundation to help it last all day, and I am using my MAC 120 powder brush. Next up, we have my NYX HD Studio Concealer in the shade CW00, and this is kind of what I use as a highlighter, but also helping to further conceal under my eyes as a highlighter. And then I'm just blending this in again with my beauty blender that is still damp from when I did my foundation. Next up, we are going to pat a powder where I just did the highlighter, and this is my e.l.f. contour palette, and it's also the shade that looks more banana colored. And then I'm going to go in with that same palette and use the lighter bronze color to bronze and kind of add back some dimension to my face, since it was kind of flat after putting on the foundation. And so I'm kind of just putting this all over the forehead and the cheekbones, and then I go back in with this more pointed brush and do a little bit of the darker bronze as well as the normal, and then just kind of go back over those areas to contour them a little bit more. And the brushes I'm using here are Real Techniques, and I love these brushes. They're very soft and pretty affordable. Next, I'm going in with my Lorac Buildable Blush in the shade Prism, and I am using my e.l.f. blush brush for this. I think it's the perfect shape for getting your blush on the apples of your cheeks. And this blush is really great. It definitely is buildable. You can kind of control how much you want through the amount of layers you apply, and you'll see a little bit later I will go back in and add a few more layers once I have my eye makeup on, and then I can kind of tell if I need more or not. Next, I'm going to go in with more highlighter from that same e.l.f. palette, and I'm just going to put this right above where I put the blush and then back on the areas that we were highlighting earlier. Then I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows a little bit with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color Taupe. I love this because it's one of the few brands that I've actually been able to find a good blonde color in. And my brows are already pretty full, so I really just kind of touch them up in the inside and then a little bit in the middle. They're just a little sparse in there, so I just kind of tap this in there a little bit just to kind of define them a bit more and really complete the look. Then I'm going to go in with my M.A.C Bare Study Pro Longwear Paint Pot to prime my eyes, and I put this all over the lid and then use any excess I have into the crease. Then I'm going to be going in with my Naked palette, and I'm going to be using my M.A.C 217 blending brush, and I'm going to take the color Sidecar and I'm going to put that on the outside of my eye and in the crease and just kind of blend that in a little bit about halfway to my eye. And I really like using M.A.C blending brushes for applying all aspects of it, not just blending, because they really get it in there. And then I'm just going to take my e.l.f. blending brush and blend it out more because that's usually my clean brush. Then I'm going to go back in with that same M.A.C blending brush and go in with the color Sin, and I'm going to put that all over the lid and a little bit into the inner corner of my eye. And I really love this color. It's kind of a light pink with a little shimmer. Then I'm going to be taking my Eco Tools angled brush, and I'm going to be taking the color Buck, and I'm just going to put this a little bit under the eye, lining it just about halfway. Then I'm going to be taking my NYX Faux Whites liner in the color Linen 3, and this is so great for lining your waterline on the bottom, kind of makes your eye look a little bit bigger, and then I'm also going to use it in the inner corner of my eye to just brighten it up a little bit more. Then for my eyeliner, I'm going to be using my NYX Eye Pencil in the color Dark Brown, and I'm just going to line my total lid with this. Then I'm going to come in and curl my lashes using my NYC curlers just to help prep them for the mascara. And for my mascara, I'm going to be using my Rimmel London Scandaleyes in the color Extreme Black. And I'm just gonna put a few layers of this and put it on my top and bottom lashes. And then I'm gonna go back in with my blush like I mentioned earlier and just add a little bit more now that I can see that it's not as balanced with the eye makeup. And then for my lips, I'm going to be using my NYX Lip Liner in the color Peekaboo Neutral. This is a really great universal color, and I'm just going to line the total outside of my lips. Then for my lipstick, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Vice Collection lipstick in the color Naked Cream. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe, and if you have suggestions for future videos, please comment below, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.